Jai Shri Krishna. Let's pause for a moment. Have you ever reacted in the moment and then later just sat there thinking, why did I do that? You knew better, but it still happened. And the regret doesn't come immediately, it comes later when everything is already done. That gap between knowing and reacting, that's what I want to talk about. Not how to control yourself better, but how that reaction actually starts. So, what surprised me is that this isn't a modern problem. This exact pattern is described in the Bhagavad Gita thousands of years ago. Not as a warning, not as a rule, but as a very calm step by step description of how the human mind loses balance. What Krishna explains next is very important. Listen to this carefully because it's not an advice, it's a chain reaction. I repeat, it's a chain reaction. Once you see it, you start recognizing it in yourself. What I find powerful here is how practical this is. Krishna explains it doesn't start with anger. It starts much earlier. It starts with thinking. You think about something again and again. That thinking slowly becomes attachment. Attachment turns into expectations. And when that expectation is blocked, anger appears. Once anger appears, clarity is already gone. At that point, we say things we never planned to say, do things we later regret. This is why during argument we suddenly react. Later we sit alone thinking, that wasn't me. But the mind had already crossed the line much earlier. The Bhagavad Gita is not saying don't feel. It's showing us where to catch ourselves earlier, before anger, before confusion, before regret. Once you see this chain clearly, you can start noticing it earlier. And even if you don't stop it immediately, awareness itself changes things. That's where growth actually begins. Radhe Radhe.